Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible right now.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
thank you so much for your response. I just rejoined back, then it start working. Okay. Firstly, my apologize for canceling last Sunday session. And today we are going to discuss Ansible recap. It's been long time. How many of you guys done with the practicals? I'm unsure. So whatever I have given the details about Ansible, so the same things again I'm going to repeat because I'm sure you guys may have some issues, installation problems. So you please let me know what else your problems you are facing. Right now I'll go through all my playbooks, whatever I have discussed. And now onwards we do not have any issues. So regular basis we can connect. So today a 1 hour session only I'm discussing Ansible recap. Tomorrow I only am discussing about role, and then again pending topics in Ansible, and also if you have any questions. So today tomorrow Ansible will get finished. So the only concern about Ansible is you will get many questions. Even recent times I have seen many interviews what they're asking exactly. So the same questions they're asking since long. So you should be very careful. If the first tool they will question from in all your DevOps tools is Ansible. So you should be able to understand all of this. Okay. Hope you are able to see my screen. And Rupa, Chinmay, and also Jyoti Prakash, you guys are fine, right? You are able.
Y- Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
first, let's try to understand what I have discussed earlier. First session, I have discussed architecture of the Ansible. So, Ansible architecture also very important in interview. So, if anyone remember, I mean, you can able to explain me the architecture, or else I will explain the architecture. All I have covered, but again, I'm giving a recap. Even I cancelled 1 or 2 sessions, so that's the reason why I do not want to make you get more confused. So, anyone want to explain architecture, or do you want me to explain?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
And remember, tomorrow session is 3 hours, 7 to 9, at least 9:30, 2.5 hours. So first 1 hour is Ansible. I'll finish again immediately. I'll be jumping on other tools also. Only for today, I'm just making you collaborate with you guys since it is long. If I give everything in one go, you won't be able to. So that's the reason why I'm planning like this. Yes, who wants to explain Ansible architecture?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'll explain.
Please.
So here Ansible we are using for the changes in multiple clients, like how to connect to the clients through master. So
Hmm.
there will be a master for like uh, Ansible server, and
Hmm.
that will connect to the node. So we can create as many nodes.
Hmm.
So that will connect through SSH connection
Hmm.
through SSH.
Yep.
And Ansible has like how to run the playbooks. It has a playbook that is YAML file we need to run, and inside that YAML file, whatever the codes we have to execute it, uh, and that we need to run through Ansible. Uh, that playbook will execute through the Ansible, and it will reflect in the node as well. Whenever whatever we have in code, that will reflect in node.
Okay. Perfect. And you explained in amazing way. This is a what interviews also will expect. And also, I have a one more question. So, explain me like why Ansible? Why? What's the need of using Ansible?
Ansible for if we want to execute or uh, if we want to do many patches or configuration installations,
Yep.
those we can use, we can do through Ansible in
Okay.
multiple sessions.
Right. Right. Exactly. That is what the use case. And Chinmay, what about you? Have
Uh,
you
yes, ma'am.
followed the recordings of last sessions? What you
Yes,
must.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I
Now my
followed.
yeah my question for you is what is inventory in Ansible?
Ma'am, inventory is a storage system like whatever in which IP we have to perform that particular action or whatever the configuration. In inventory part, it stores all the IPs and all.
Yes, exactly. And one more question for you, Chinmay. Ansible is written in which language?
Python, ma'am.
Right. And what is the meaning of playbook here?
Ma'am, playbooks are meaning ma'am that particular task, ma'am.
Yeah, right. Again, can you elaborate more on this a bit more?
Ma'am, suppose one example, if you want to install a particular task or particular application and same configured file in multiple systems or multiple IPs, then we need to do that in a master system like your controller system or like main server. Uh, um, uh, that can be done from there, and for each system or each server or each system, that work will be performed accordingly. Means suppose you want to install a Ansible, suppose
Yeah.
in multiple system, uh, or any type of things you want to install it. Suppose
Okay.
Linux, uh, then you can configure from one device and it will be um, do for all the next whatever the more
Perfect.
devices
Right.
connected to it.
Exactly. Exactly. And what about you guys installed Ansible or not successfully?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
What about you, Jyoti Prakash?
yes, I have installed and practiced all
Right.
codes.
Okay. Now I will be going with the uh, other questions. In interview, what they ask, what is passwordless authentication in Ansible? That's the most asked interview question.
Ma'am, in password less authentication, we have to connect that particular. We have to copy that into that encrypted things like what is called.
Right.
Uh,
Exactly. I
and
mean, why it is actually.
While doing SSH connection, we need to give that password authentication. Yes,
Okay.
it should be in both master and node as well. We need to do.
Right. So why passwordless authentication? You can tell to perform more automation. So if you give
Yeah,
password manually, then what is the point of automation, right? So that's why we are
yeah.
using passwordless authentication. Instead of passwordless authentication, we are using key. That is
yes, ma'am.
nothing but a SSH generation key. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Clear? Okay. Now here 4 to 5 questions, interview questions has been covered. Okay. Now the other things we are focusing. Since you guys are already aware of all these playbooks, so I will be asking you guys like going through each playbook, and I will ask you to explain what is that, why do we use this module and all. Will that works? Shall I,
Yes.
or directly you want me to go with all the playbooks? How do you want? Up to you guys.
You can ask. We
Okay.
can go through one by one.
Okay. And one last question with Ansible is, in this is which port number it uses? There is a port number it uses. Which port number it is?
Actually, I forgot.
What about other one? No problem. That is okay, but you can remember now. So 22 is a port number. Why 22 is? It is using SSH protocol. So SSH uses the port number 22.
Okay.
Clear? So
Yes.
port number
Yes, ma'am.
20 is also one of the interview question. And now my other
It
interview
is in the
question is,
screen also, port 22.
yeah. And other question for you guys is, does Ansible supports Ansible Master? Ansible Master supports Windows machines?
No, ma'am, only Linux machines are.
Right, right,
No,
exactly. Okay.
yeah,
Now,
correct.
what is the Ansible master other name? There is a other name also we have. What's the other name? Ansible master other name. We can also call it as other name. What is the other name?
Controlling node.
Yeah, controller, exactly. Controller node also we can call. Don't get confused. In tree they may ask you what is Ansible controller. It is nothing but a master box. Okay. And other question for you guys is, what is from this we covered this. Okay, where is the inventory file is available? What is a path for that?
It will be in slash etc and Ansible.
Yes. What is a file name?
File name is host.
Right. That's the only one. Okay. Yeah, now Ansible uh, architecture perspective, we covered all the entry questions. Now get into the playbook ones. So what is ad hoc command in Ansible? Why do we use?
Uh, Ad hoc command in the sense we used to write the playbooks. To
Huh,
execute the playbooks,
huh,
we have many modules,
huh.
and for that module, to execute those modules, we need to write the add command,
Hmm.
like Ansible hyphen playbook and the playbook to execute, and uh, like many modules are also there to execute.
Hmm.
We have also Vault to encrypt, decrypt, rekey, and edit also. These are kind of uh, ad hoc commands.
Okay. So, what do you think? Is it playbook is efficient way to do the things, or ad hoc command is efficient way to do the things? What do you think? Anyone can answer. I hope I'm audible.
Actually,
Yes,
Ansible, to
ma'am.
execute the Ansible, we need to write the playbook to write.
Yeah,
It is mandatory to execute the playbook. Whatever we want to do in master and to reflect in node as well, through
yep,
playbook we need to do.
right.
So
So you are telling ad hoc comparatively ad hoc commands playbook have a more efficient way to do.
yes, yes.
Okay, right. That is the only answer. All right, these are all the questions. Now get into the playbooks. So now I will showcase the screen. You have to explain me the playbook and why do we have that playbook and all. Okay, let's get into it. And you guys are really learned very well. This is what, if you learn as like this, you are done. Trust me guys. I also have many experiences, even very recent times, very recent, last week itself. There is a company called JP Morgan, so I have had a conversation on the same. So the questions, whatever, the same ones they're asking, they're not changing the questions. So please make sure that you are clear with all this. Okay. And you guys really did well, and even this much gap I did not expected this from you, but you did really well. So go on this playbook and explain me what this playbook is doing, what is target section, what is task section, each parameter. Who wants to go? One by one can go. Who wants to go?
Shall I, Fabi?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So I need to explain all these things. Like first of all, we have whatever the playbooks. Playbook has three sections, like the
Hmm.
target section, variable section, and one more is task section.
Hmm.
Here, starting from host to become,
Hmm.
this is target section, and we
Hmm.
don't have here in variable section. we have next is task section.
Hmm.
So here, host is like web server and remote user is the root, and become is yes. Become is yes in the sense while we are executing. So for example, who am I? I am the user. So I become the root user. So for that purpose, we use become yes.
Hmm.
Second, hyphen name. We are going to install that HTTP. So yum is a module, and for that we are mentioning name is module name is HTTPD and static also install. And second thing we are going to name that is a copy. We need to uh, create an HTML file. In that HTML file, we need to write something data or code. So for that, we are using copy module, and we need to mention source and destination of it. And then last module is service module. We are using to execute that. So that will be start HTTPD and name equals to HTTPD in service module. State equals to started.
Right, exactly. So, this is perfect explanation. But what about you? Are you good with this, or do you want me to explain anything for you? Chinmay, I'm asking you.
Uh, yes, I have go through the video, but know what are the topics, but I need to revise that because I can't. I mean, I understand whatever the things are doing, so playbook and all.
Okay.
But
Okay. So, okay, fine. You just need to revise, but you do not have any questions. If you have any questions, also let me know. Parallelly, I'm covering like recap and at the same time interview questions. So you please let me know if you are not clear. Okay. Okay. What is a dry run in Ansible? This is also one of the most interviewers questions.
Dry run we are using to check uh, like for example not the Ansible hyphen playbook and playbook name that is the
means it says that if it is present or not in other that particular device
Okay. Any
system.
other answers?
no Ansible hyphen playbook and Ansible name that will execute that playbook, but
Hmm.
through the dry run that is not going to execute. It will just a reflection of that. Like it will not do any changes in the node.
Hmm.
Yeah, it will just show in the master only. But if we use Ansible hyphen playbook and playbook name, then whatever the changes we want to see in the nodes, that will reflect uh, through this command in nodes.
Okay. So in simple way, I'll explain. The thing is, what is dry run is actually with the help of dry run, what you can do is Ansible will not do anything, but it will tell you what is going to do. If you run this playbook, what it is going to do, it will tell you with the help of dry run.
Yes, correct. But it will not change anything in node.
No, it won't
Yeah.
change.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you are clear right now.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, now let's try to understand other things. Hmm, what is, yeah, how do you check syntax of a playbook?
Through hyphen hyphen syntax.
Right. So basically, you will check hyphen hyphen syntax at attribute. If you pass to a playbook execution, it's gonna check the syntax of my playbook. That's the one. And also, what else? Yeah, how do you define variables in Ansible? What are the ways do you have? This is also one of the most asked interview question.
We can create the variable and the name of the variable with what we want to execute.
Hmm.
That way, and we can use through file method,
Mm.
uh, and also uh, through parameter from outside by passing parameter.
What we will call that method? You are
That is,
right. Okay,
uh,
that is called
but
interactive way.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so three methods we have. Fine. So, what are handlers in Ansible and why do we use?
If we want to do any changes and want to see the changes, then handler will through handler we can handle,
Mm.
and it through we have a module notify. Through that notify, it will uh, ask. I mean, it will ask to handler uh,
Mm.
whatever the changes it will reflect.
Okay, but directly we can give restart option inside third section, service section, right? But why don't you give directly there also you can give, but why don't you give?
Uh,
You are close to your answer, just you are on the same way. So just
if we
try.
give the notification, notify, uh, it will notify us.
Right. Yes, true.
But through without notification, notify module, if we directly execute, then uh, if that I mean package or something, if it is
Hmm.
already installed, then through notify,
Hmm.
uh, I'm thinking like that.
No problem.
But
I'll tell you.
um,
The only reason why you are not giving under service section restart option is if you give restart option under service section, every time it will restart. Whether there is a change or not, it won't mind, but it will restart. But if you use notify and handler, whenever there is a change, at that time only it will restart, not all the time. That's the reason you will use
yeah, correct.
notify and handler together.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And any questions here? So far, any questions?
No question.
Okay. Now, coming back at my place, it's heavy raining. I hope you are getting some noise also. Is that fine?
No problem. No noise.
Okay, fine. And also ignore. So, why do you use ignore? What's the significance of it?
Ignore if we have written any wrong thing, wrong code, that to ignore that thing, we need to use ignore underscore error module, and that should be yes. Uh, it will not execute that.
Yeah, right. Chinmay, are you fine with this? Any questions do you have?
Means that ignore will not hamper any Ansible means Ansible whatever the function works are going, it will not hamper that particular task or in that ignore.
Right, right. Yeah.
Means
Pavni,
that
Means the
particular
particular task, if you would like to ignore, or if particular task is failing, you would like to check with
yes
rest
ma'am,
all
yes
the
ma'am,
task in that
yes,
case.
yes ma'am.
Okay. And other questions, I think you guys are really answering well. This is just enough, whatever the way you practice so far. And what is template in answer?
Pavni, I have one question in ignore.
Yeah, go on.
For example, if we have written any wrong, for example, it is here HTTP double D written. So, like, how this module get to know like that have given HTTPD as wrong, that ignore underscore error. how it will.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Guys? Yeah, okay. Please repeat your question. I missed it. Uh, what is your question? Can you ask again?
Yeah, my question is here, whatever, if we are writing any wrong code, for example, if here
Huh.
it is written HTTP double D, so that
Hmm.
is, that service is given wrong, right? So we are using ignore underscore error module.
Hmm. Hmm.
How that module get to know this thing HTTP double D is written as wrong
Hmm.
and that
Hmm.
should be HTTPD only.
Hmm. Right.
How the
So
module get to.
because that is what Ansible is doing. So that is the importance of the Ansible. So if you give the wrong file name, so it won't pick that file because HTTPD is a file name. Since you given a different file name, so it won't take it up. It will check. So what file it should be. So the file HTTPD some wrong name you given. That file name itself is not able to find under the folder. So how it will continue? The same, it should match with the name, right? So if you are giving the different name, it won't be able to recognize.
Yeah, for
You are
example,
getting?
here it is given, yeah, for example, here it is given index.html as a file, but in the
Huh.
source it is mentioned index as index.httpd.
See what file you have created. See index.httpd file did I created? No,
No, yes,
I given wrong name. I created index.http index.html, but I given wrong name here. So it will search for index.httpd file name that is not at all there. So it will throw me the error. Please boss check this. This file name is not available.
okay, yeah, got it. I mean, something like it is also checking the word basis, whatever, right?
Oh, yeah, name it will check.
Yeah, yeah, correct, name, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got.
definitely name it will check. Okay, and yeah, any other questions? Chinmay, are you clear or any questions?
Clear.
Fine. What is template?
Ma'am, it is a ma'am, it is a file that contains all the means configuration bar.
No, it's a template in the sense we have a comparison with copy. Copy is just uh, it will copy it will do copy only, but for using template, it will substitute the value of that one, whatever we need to use in a file. For example, server name is that Ansible underscore node name. That one it will substitute through template.
Mm-hmm. Right, 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 exactly. And you know the difference between copy and template, right? Both work for same, but template works in different way.
Yeah, it yes,
It will
template.
replace the values. It will
Yes,
substitute the actual values.
yes, correct.
Chinmay, what about you?
Ma'am,
Are you clear in this template?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what else?
Pavni, I have a doubt here. In
Yeah.
copy module, we are using like copy index.html file, but sometimes we are also using creates index.html.
That is just a name. That is just a name. If you give your name also, it will execute. It won't throw you any error.
Okay, instead of copy or creates, if I give JP or Jyoti, the
Any name.
index.html,
Yeah, right. You are right.
and that should be here we are using copy. But copy module, that is mandatory, we need to use copy. Uh, but if I use creates, we don't need to use create, right? Module, no, right?
Under name, I given copy index.html file. Just a reasonable message I given. If I give any name, I can give the same. I can give Pavni also. Coming to your question, whatever you want, you can give. It doesn't matter that you have to give the same. But you are understanding it is the relevant name is copy. because I'm copying file source to destination.
Yeah, what I understood here, it is written hyphen name, copy a
Hmm.
index.html file, then
Huh.
copy source equals to index.html. But I have condition like if I'm writing hyphen name, then
Huh.
Jyoti index.html file and
Hmm.
Jyoti colon source equals to index.html. Is this correct? No, right?
Source always supposed to be index.html. Destination is same. Copy module is same. The second line is same. The first line, whatever under name you given, it can vary. Whatever you want, you can give here. The first line alone. But this line
Okay.
should be same.
Yeah, copy should be there, like copy.
Yeah, copy module should be there. Otherwise, it won't work.
Okay, yeah, got it.
And what else I have? Template is done. What about loop?
Loop we are using to execute multiple packages and all
Okay.
at
In
once.
okay.
It also check that that particular package is available in that machine. And,
Okay. So loop is performing multiple tasks. You can go with a loop. Looping means iterative task you can perform. So if you would like to perform a iterative task, then go with the looping. Getting?
Yes, and we need to use with underscore items as a mod.
Right. Always.
Yes,
Okay.
and always we need to use name equals to item within the curly braces.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Right. And coming to vault, what is vault?
I mean, Vault is we are using for the purpose of security. If we want to secure our the code, uh, if we are writing any confidential data we have, then we need to we want to encrypt that one, then we can use Vault.
Okay. Anything? I mean, other Chinmay, do you want to explain anything on this? Okay. Okay, so that is what if you would like to encrypt the playbook, then go with the vault. And register. What's the meaning of register? What it is do?
Register is a module to see the output of that uh, the packages and whatever we want to execute. Uh,
Mm.
that we can check through register module, and if we want to see that all messages are now, then we can use debug.
Right. And what is tags?
Tag we are using to execute like step by step process. If we want any specific module, if we want to execute, then we can name is that module through tag, and we can execute that tag to do that part of it.
Okay, so tags are mainly used to control the playbook execution. If you would like to control the playbook execution, then go with a tag. So every task after that, you can have a tag name. With the help of
Yeah.
the tag name, you can control the playbook execution.
Yes.
Okay, and we almost done. Include. What include does? What include module does?
Include, I think, if yeah, if we want to execute a file from another file, uh, the there we can use include. Am I correct?
Yeah. So if you would like to call another AML file inside your playbook, you can use include module. Getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, we have one more module which is when conditional. So what is when?
This is like condition based. If we want to execute HTTPD, and that should be fall under Ansible OS family, Red Hat, then it will execute that HTTPD. If it is Debian, then it will execute install Apache 2. Uh, yes.
Right.
Basically, this is conditional based. If we want to execute this, then this like that.
Yeah. So if condition is true, then block will execute. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Okay. Now, what is setup module in Ansible? I have explained setup also and fork also, right?
Sorry, ma'am, I am unable to explain because I have not revised and all.
Okay.
Then
Setup module is used to capture the platform information of a node machine. If you give Ansible node IP hyphen m setup, it will capture platform information, CPU, RAM, storage, network, all of a node machine. That is what setup module does.
Also, we
Okay.
can check through grep command.
Yeah.
Any information we can check. For
Yeah.
example, OS, CPU, and node
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. You can use grep as well. Yes, we covered that one also.
Yeah.
And fork. So, what is the meaning of fork, Jyoti Prakash?
If we want to run the playbook in multiple sessions or multiple machines, then we can use fork. And it is actually by default it will execute 5 times. I mean 5 machines. And if we use the configuration file, there we have an option fork. There we can use whatever how many times if we want to uh, run that playbook, we can mention that in global level.
Yeah, right. So, you are right. So, where multiple batches, we can take up the servers and we can execute our playbook. Okay, that's what the fork is doing. So this is all about Ansible recap. And finally, if you would like to check the list of the modules, what is the command you need to give?
Yeah, Ansible hyphen doc hyphen.
Okay. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. So this is all about the Ansible recap. So are you good with all this and role and real-time playbooks and line-in file module? I will be explaining tomorrow 1 hour. Post that, I'll be jumping on AWS topics again. So this is what my plan. So tomorrow we will connect at 7 o'clock. 7 to 9:30 will take. First 1 hour is all about this topic, and 1.5 hour AWS I'm starting. So you will get a lot of fun tomorrow because I'm starting AWS. It's very easy and many topics we are going to cover from interview perspective again. So if you have any concerns, please let me know. Do you have any concerns? And now on tomorrow onwards, each day I will take a 2.5 hour session, not like 1 hour, but today is completely exceptional. I just reached and I'm just starting your session. And also again, I would like to collaborate with all you guys because it's just again long back we have connected, and if you are in touch, then it will be a very great. So that's the reason I would like to do the same. So tomorrow we have a 2.5 hour session. Please make sure, bear with me. Don't say we are overloaded because slowly I will explain. And even if you want me to repeat the same things again and again, I'll do. But 2.5 hours will connect. Will that works?
Yes, ma'am. No
Yes,
problem.
ma'am.
Yeah. And that's all from me. And tomorrow we'll connect 2.5 hours. Okay. And thank you. Chinmay, do you have anything? Yeah.
Yeah, I have Pavni one question.
Mm,
Here, regarding Fox. So that one,
mm,
if I want to execute playbook in 10 machines,
mm.
then is it mandatory or is it compulsory that uh, m- like master will check whether the 10 machines, in the sense nodes, right? 10 nodes are present or not?
No, even though if it is present, it will do. If it is not present also, if you give 10, it won't harm anything. Whatever availability nodes are there, it will execute.
Okay, then what is the purpose of giving that Fox equals to 10
If
or
you
something?
have a requirement, it's not like compulsory. If you have more machines, then you can change the number. By default,
Okay,
it's
if it
5
is
is there.
okay, if we are giving 10, it will check whether the 10 nodes are present or not. If it is not present, only three are present, then it will consider three, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yep, that's all from me, and we'll connect tomorrow and we'll discuss rest all the things. And I'm really happy. Go with this flow. This is what we need to learn. Okay. Thank you all, and let's see tomorrow's concepts. Let's connect by 7 o'clock. I will be on time. I hope you guys will be on time. And again tomorrow afternoon, I'll also drop a reminder mail, session timing and all. Okay, that's all from me. And anything else?
No problem. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you, and let's connect tomorrow. Thank you, both of you.
thank you.
Thank you.